All right, so another day in the life of a targeted individual. Okay, so um, I passed my applied healthcare and statistics class. I had four classes left. Now I have three. I have not made a video. I haven't made an update. I haven't said anything. But I took my applied algebra class, and I was doing great. I know the formulas. I know the process. I know the knowledge. But as far as like some of the formulas take a long time to do just to get your answer. Some of them you can't interpret correctly and properly. And right now, uh, well, okay, so last night I was in the middle of the quiz, and it wasn't that they was just yelling. This is the FBI, the CIA, sheriffs, all the police, the Freemasons, and they call themselves the Illuminati, the KKK, whatever, whatever. But I think they all in on it together because, well, I know they're all in on it together. It's a global brainwashing, manipulation system. This is how they create criminals. They aggravate them covertly, they aggravate them silently. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Um, and they make you look like the terrorist, the aggressor. Um, they broadcast your mind, everything that you're thinking, and they put in their negative thoughts. I was in the middle of my test and they started yelling. I was really focused, but they can see how much you got correct, how much you got wrong. They can influence your choices, especially with interpretation questions. Like you'll sit here and you'll know the answer, but then they'll sit here and do like suggestive thought. They'll basically implant their thoughts onto your thoughts and be like, oh no, 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 like this one makes more sense, whatever, whatever. And that is kind of like how you can if you know the answer, or even if you don't know the answer and you make like an educated guess, they can influence that. So I almost passed. I probably was off. It looks like by one or two questions. And I calculate how much I can fail before I take the test. I'm pretty sure I want to say it was 48. 48 out of 70 is what you needed to pass, like the bare minimum. So I think I was sitting at 46 out of 70, and I think that's like a D. Let me see. Not the calculator. 46. So 46 divided by 70. So I was sitting at like a 65. I needed a 48 divided by 7. I needed the bare minimum to pass, like a 68. Um, I think, yeah, like a 60, yeah, a 68. Just to pass. Actually, no, 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 I think that's wrong. Hold on. No, I needed 52. I needed a 74 to pass, and I think I was sitting at like a 70. 70, let me see. 50 divided by 70. I was sitting at like a 71. So basically, you need a 75 to pass. I was sitting at like a 72%. Um, so I have to basically recuperate. Um, but it's simple. It's like you do some modules and then you go and you do a general review and you get access back into the assessment. Then you have to refresh for the assessment on your personal time, and you have to again take the 3 hour assessment all over again. So that's just a whole other process. And this is just the process of trying to get great. I feel like without their constant interruptions, and I would have been done. But as all targeted individuals do and know, they go through it daily. Most people can't sit here and go to school. Most people can't get up every day and go to work. Most people can't focus long enough, especially to take a 3 hour test. So, honestly, it's embarrassing to their system that I'm even about to graduate. Um, and that's what the point that they keep reiterating. Um, these people are evil. They don't want good people to progress. It is literally a war on good people that don't compromise. So if they've been monitoring me since I was a child, monitoring my mindset, eventually a strong and independent person to them becomes a rebel. So they like, okay, so we're gonna torture him and treat him like shit, or treat other targeted individuals, including myself, like shit. They make your life hard. They affect you financially. They affect you spiritually, mentally, and physically. They rapidly deteriorate your health with these electromagnetic frequencies, and the frequencies and the direct energy weapons, like all of it. The worst one is patented, and I have to look it up again, as sonic propulsion technology, and I'm pretty sure it's like they just send like this like invisible this it's an invisible force like that they send at you. It's like it feels like a shockwave. And honestly, if you're not wearing if you're not wearing armor, sometimes it feels like a cannon hitting you, and sometimes it feels like bullets. They destroy your nervous system. They destroy your organs. Like I said, they rapidly deteriorate health, and they don't want me to graduate. So this is basically like what occurred. I was being attacked, and I was being tortured while in the middle of this test. So it kind of set me back. But there's no way that you can explain that to the school yet. Um, there's no way that you can sit here and tell them like, hey, I'm under attack from the United States, and like, hey, I'm in the middle of a test, and like the government is sitting here attacking me with weapons. Like covert electronic weapons, including the computer, all the technology that's connected to the Wi-Fi, all of it. They can literally use all of it to attack you. But this is like the bare minimum. They have their own, like they have satellite technology. They have range frequency, but like it's a lot that they have going on. They don't want me to graduate because I do. And this is another thing, like the Illuminati. They hate influential people, especially influential good people who tell all their secrets. So this is the one thing they don't want from a targeted individual, is someone graduating while being tortured and telling other people, not just graduating, but like surviving and telling people how to survive and like how to graduate and like what the process is. So I'm documenting my process. I need to, I have to, for other people that are going through the same thing. And I'm not giving up. Today I'm fucking, excuse me, I am exhausted because I had that test. I had that test. If they were not here, I would have been done. If they weren't here ever a day in my life, the government, I wouldn't even be in America right now. I would have probably been graduated, kept graduating, because I always wanted to stay in school and learn as much as possible while I'm here. And then I would have been left America. Like I feel like if you don't like somebody, like you don't bother them, but these people, like they're psychopaths. Like the government is filled with psychopaths who want to cover all traces and all bases. They want to cover up their pedophile system. They want to cover up their human sex trafficking system. They want to cover up their human electronic trafficking system. They want to cover up their uh, forced suicide system. They want to cover up all of their systems, and then they want people like all of these people that go around talking about, "Oh my God, I love America so much," like, and telling like the more videos I watch, the more I see, including even like Beyonce hardcore repping America, because if you don't, you become an enemy of America, which I am, and I will probably tell people that I am an enemy of the United States for this reason right here. Why am I in my home being tortured by the United States and trying to graduate, but I'm being tortured? And these people torture children. They have children as young as the age of 3 on their on the terrorist database list. So it's like they already planned on who their next target is, so they could keep the money flowing in. Like, people pay to torture you. So and they will pay any X amount of money just to torture you, irritate you, and paint you how they want to paint you, so that especially if you're not following their narrative, they will pay X amount of money to sit here and torture you and force you into that narrative. Um, there, as of right now, there's no escape. There's no escape. There's no protect. Well, there's with my system, I feel very protected, and I want to educate people about that system. But as far as like the voice to skull technology and the weapons have a weakness. Magnets, copper, shungite. But as far as the V2K, you can't really stop them from talking, like forcing their voices into your brain, into your frontal lobe, or onto your nervous system. You can't really stop that, and that is the reason. Basically, I'm having a much harder time. Like, it takes 3 to 4 years to get a bachelor. I wanted it to take me 3 months, but it was them and then me and then obtaining the information, especially when I got to my math courses. I kind of slowed down because I needed to process how, because I haven't had like I want to say strenuous like math, like a stressful math class in a very long time. Um, but this, like these, you have to take a step back and slow down and put that energy back into study. So it's like you have to go through all of that. You have to go through an entire psychologically reprogramming yourself to deal with this system while going to school. And school, as everyone knows, is hard enough without interference of someone being in your brain. Without without somebody constantly interfering and injecting themselves into your thought process, it's hard enough. But as of right now, I still have that class. I also failed, but I got access back into my financial management class. And then I have one more class, quantitative analysis, and I'll be done. As of right now, it's like it's down to the wire because, like, after today, I have 26 days left. So I have to basically, and for me, that's more than enough time. I hate that damn class so hard. I studied, I absorbed the formulas, and I had it. And like, even now, if the teacher was to come and sit here and be like, "Hey, show me how like you do this, whatever, whatever," with the questions, like the whole process I went through for applied healthcare and statistics, they can't take me through that shit now. Because if you ask me the question, I'm going to definitely give you the answer. It was just like a few questions on there that kind of like threw me off. And I needed time to work them out, but I only had 3 hours. It's 3 hours, 70 questions, but the formulas are very long. And then on top of that, you have them talk. So it was a whole process, but I'm gonna probably be able to take it in 2 days. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get access back into it. I'm gonna do the work to get the access back into it, and then start on the other two courses, and I will save it for last. I was trying to get the hard ones out of the way first, and so I could do the two easy ones last. But Lord Jesus, but yeah, that's it. That is an update. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna make a video because I have been studying, but I gotta update. I gotta go update some because I haven't been talking to anyone. I have to go update my Facebook peoples, and then I gotta go, and then I gotta upload this video, and then I'm probably gonna take a nap because right now I'm kind of stressed out. But graduation, I'm not giving up. The only reason I want to graduate, I know either way it'll be a successful year, but the only reason I want to graduate before the 30th is so I can start working immediately on my next degree. If I do not succeed, classes start July 1st. They start July 1st, and it'll literally take seconds to finish what I couldn't finish in June of this month. And then if I don't graduate on time, I would just obtain my one degree this year, despite what the devil says. And by the devil, I mean the FBI. And despite what they're talking about, that's still successful as a targeted individual in this program to earn your bachelor's in less than a year. But since in the United States you can only get 2 degrees per year, I would spend the rest of that time. Studying Japanese because I wanted to stay in America and I wanted to fight the good fight, but I feel like I hate these people. I hate Americans. I specifically hate the satanic cult. It's a global satanic cult, so you can't just say American Satanists. But I do feel like it may not be as good somewhere else, but it's not as bad as here. So, and I don't care what they say. I will spend the rest of the year learning Japanese or some language. So, because as long as I'm alive, I don't plan on staying here. I don't like these people.